We as people, we have got to stop with all of the implicit bias.
Implicit bias.
Unconscious bias.
Bias of all kinds.
Conscious bias.
What is implicit bias? Implicit bias refers to attitudes or stereotypes that affect our understanding, actions, and decisions in an unconscious way, making them difficult to control. Let's explain. We use System 1 to make fast, automatic, and unconscious conclusions or decisions. System 2 is where the slow, effortful, logical, conscious, and reliable rational thinking comes in. So which system do you think we use with implicit bias? You guessed it, System 1. We make quick decisions without having gathered all the information to help us categorize the massive amount of information being experienced. In the early days, this helped us survive. It's activated involuntarily without an individual's awareness or even intentional control. It's how we learn to freeze, flight, or fight. And even though for the most part we aren't being chased by lions these days, we still use System 1 for our quick decision making. For example, if you're on a quick grocery store run to grab some ketchup, you see two options. Do you grab the well-known brand or the generic store brand? Without reading the nutrition labels, you'll rely on your implicit bias to help you make the best decision. Maybe it's the one you grew up eating, the less expensive, or maybe you're all about everything organic. What about your choice of coffee? Detergent? Or even tennis shoes? Our implicit bias comes into play all day, every day. Not only do we use implicit bias to make decisions or come to conclusions, we also use them to make predictions by associations. If I say up, you say down. How about peanut butter and jelly? Good, you're on a roll. Macaroni and cheese. You got it. State worker, lazy. Well, this is awkward. Let's be honest. You've heard these stereotypes. Lazy, overpaid, entitled. It's not right, and we know they aren't true. Yet conclusions are made about you simply because of your job. Implicit bias isn't only used to make conclusions about state workers. The implicit associations we harbor in our subconscious cause us to have incorrect feelings and attitudes about other people based on characteristics such as ethnicity, gender identity, skin color, sexual orientation, and disability, for example. We start to rapidly categorize people in like me or not like me categories. I know what you're thinking. Who, me? No way. That's not me. The truth is, these associations develop over the course of a lifetime, beginning at a very early age through exposure to direct and indirect messages. The origins of our implicit bias are influenced by media, news, television, social media, conversations, education, culture, family, and friends. Implicit bias is normal. It's what we do with the information that can be problematic. So let's take the workplace, for example. Implicit bias can affect hiring, promotions, innovation, choice, training opportunities, knowledge. It can even impact our relationships with our supervisors and coworkers. Implicit bias affects our perception, how we see people and perceive reality. It influences our attitudes and behaviors, how we react, or how receptive or friendly we are towards certain people. It also impacts our attention and listening skills, which aspects of a person we pay most attention to, or how much we actively listen to what certain people say. And it even affects our micro-affirmations, how much or how little we comfort certain people in certain situations. So now what? Because of the harmful nature and potential consequences of implicit biases, it is critical to examine how we can begin to remove them. Take time to reflect, be mindful, and educate yourself. Caltrans offers a multitude of resources to help unlearn these behaviors. Visit the websites for our Equal Employment Opportunity Program, Race and Equity Office, the Learning and Development Office, and LinkedIn Learning for more information. Having conversations about race, gender identity, disability, or any of our differences is not wrong. It's how you have those conversations. Here at Caltrans, we want to create an inclusive company culture and honor our Caltrans values of engagement, equity, innovation, integrity, and pride. You cannot solve a problem with the same consciousness that created it. You must stand on higher ground. Albert Einstein.